Mourners stood in line for hours on Thursday to pay their final respects to Pope Francis, whose body is lying in state in St. Peter's Basilica ahead of his funeral on Saturday. Huge queues snaked around St. Peter's Square and the surrounding roads, before being funneled through the heart of the basilica in a single column leading to the central altar, where Francis's open-topped coffin is placed on a dais. The viewing started on Wednesday, and the Vatican had expected to close the doors at midnight, but ended up letting the faithful in until 5:30 a.m., before reopening again at 7 a.m.
Thousands from around the world have come to see Francis, spanning multiple countries and cultures, making the experience a long and sublime one for those in the queues.
Francis died aged 88 on Monday morning in his rooms at the Vatican's Santa Marta guest house, ending an often turbulent 12-year reign in which he sought to overhaul a divided institution.
By 7 p.m., more than 90,000 people had paid their respects, Vatican officials said, with no stopping for lingering as ushers swiftly moved people on.
Only clerics and special guests were allowed to sit for a while on pews set up on either side of the casket, including players from the city's AS Roma soccer team. More than 130 delegations with 50 heads of state, including the U.S. president and 10 reigning monarchs, are expected in St. Peter's Square for Saturday's funeral, with millions watching on television worldwide.
Authorities in Rome ramped up security ahead of the ceremony, including snipers on rooftops, drones watching from the sky, and an army device ready to neutralize hostile flying objects.
A conclave to choose a new pontiff cannot start before May 6. Cardinals gathered in Rome have assumed temporary control of the church, each taking an oath of secrecy about their discussions for a future pope. Cardinal Gerhard Ludwig Müller stated that the task was to choose a successor to St. Peter rather than Francis, indicating he favored a change of direction in church leadership.